Welcome to Markets on Air. New factory. Mitsubishi investing more in Germany. Traditional Japanese music accompanies high-profile business and political leaders gathered in the city of Wiesbaden. They're joined by executives from Mitsubishi Plastics in Japan who've come to officially open their new factory. The factory will produce Al-Polyc, an aluminum composite material used for construction. The ceremony marks the start of production for the European market. The first Al-Polyc factory in Europe is the result of a long search for a suitable location.
I would like to mention that relevant people of GTAI, German Trade and Invest, State of Hessen, and the city of Wiesbaden took very good care of us when we were trying to decide where the site should be located.
Mitsubishi Plastics has invested some 15 million euros in the new factory, the second Mitsubishi plant in Wiesbaden. A polyester film plant already employs 500 people here. Wiesbaden is developing into a center for German-Japanese business cooperation. Many other companies from Japan have also set up business here. We have space, we have a power plant and a wastewater treatment plant. The infrastructure is already here, and that helps make Germany an attractive location for foreign investment. Mitsubishi Plastics is hoping the new area of operation in Germany will provide it with better access to the wider European market.
Free trade agreement. Hope for German and Japanese companies. The Schmidt & Hensch company in Berlin manufactures measuring instruments for the pharmaceutical and food industries. Many of its products are exported to Japan, but trade is difficult because of Tokyo's complicated regulations.
We already have to undergo a large number of certifications in Europe, and then we face the whole thing again over there. It drives up our costs by 30%, and the customers end up paying.
He says a free trade agreement between the EU and Japan would make his company much more competitive on the Japanese market. Atsushi Murayama also supports a free trade agreement. He heads the European division of specialised toolmaker Sumitomo. He says business is good, but the bureaucracy is taking its toll on both time and morale. Every 3 years, customs inspectors conduct audits that last for weeks, making sure that the Japanese company has declared the raw materials used for every single component correctly.
But somehow different from the diamond.
Everything's also complicated, misleading, and difficult to handle sometimes.
Everyone here is convinced there will be a free trade deal between the EU and Japan. But observers say there are many more rounds of negotiations ahead before an agreement can be reached.
€36 billion. That was the volume of trade between Germany and Japan last year. And it makes Japan Germany's second most important trading partner after China. The main goods traded between the two countries were cars, electronics, and machines.
Record investment from China. Germany is more popular than ever for Chinese investors. Last year, companies from China put their money into 68 German firms. That put Germany at the top of the list of Europe's most attractive business locations, far ahead of Britain and France. Eastern Germany is the most popular region for investors from China. According to figures provided by Germany Trade and Invest, activity there has doubled over the past 7 years.
Port of Hamburg growing again. The volume of goods handled here rose by nearly 7% in the first 6 months of the year to some 73 million tons. Container traffic surged with the Baltic countries. But Hamburg's most important trading region remains Asia, accounting for more than half of all containers handled at the port. Exchange of expertise. Engineers from Dresden and Singapore.
Heiner Ziems takes in a cricket game on his way to work. Exotic back home in Dresden, but part of daily life here in Singapore. Ziems's German employer EFW is working on a major contract here to convert passenger aircraft into cargo planes. The customer is Singapore-based ST Aerospace, one of the world's largest aircraft maintenance firms. Together with his Asian colleagues, Ziems has to analyse the feasibility of every step in the production process. A challenge for the German engineer.
In
Germany, people are not afraid to say no. No, this is not the solution I want. Here, they just smile at you and say it's great no matter what. So you have to read the smile to know if your solution has really been accepted.
10,000 kilometres away in Dresden, Stephen Lowe has come from Singapore to do the same thing in reverse. His company, ST Aerospace, has taken a stake in EFW with the aim of creating an international centre for cargo aircraft conversion, something few companies know how to do. The exchange of expertise is essential. Meanwhile, back in Singapore, Heiner Ziems calls it a day. He and his colleagues visit the Air Force Museum after work. He's proud of the fact that his work here is securing jobs back home in Dresden. And that was Markets on Air.